welcome to the channel. Welcome back to another video. This is your Everton Chelsea preview, and as always, we're not in the title race. We are just trying to get 40 points for the season. We're in the top four race. That's always been the goal. That's always been the target for the season. We're not going to be bullied into thinking we're in the title race. We don't accept it. We don't want it. We just want to get 3 points. We just want to be the chill guys. And we just want to be chilling, winning games, getting points, and just keep going up. And tomorrow, Everton is going to be a difficult game because at the end of the day, they've been that one team that we've really struggled a lot with. I believe I saw something where we've scored 2 goals at Goodison Park in the last 7 years. That's crazy. Okay. So tomorrow, we just want to kind of change some of these narratives. Seasons ago, we used to struggle to teams like West Ham, Wolves, Bournemouth, Brentford over the past weekend. And Everton is another big mountain we're trying to climb. And tomorrow, I expect it to be a very difficult game. I expect it to be a very low block type of game with Everton. I expect them to, try to hit us on the counter a few times here and there. And I expect them to be very disciplined in their shape. I expect it to be like a 5-4-1 type situation, 5-5-0 strikers up front. I think it's going to be that type of game, So for us, we just need to make sure that we do our due diligence, we pull up to the game, and we're ready to scrap because it's going to be a very scrappy game. Injury news, we saw this week, Reece James is back in partial team training. Not going to be rushed back. We're probably not going to see him anytime soon, but we don't have to worry about that. Gone were the days when if James is not playing, we're nervous, we're scared, we think our season is over. Now we don't have to worry about that no more. James ain't playing, no problem. We got Gusto. Gusto's not available. We got a Champong. So a Champong doesn't play. We have Moises Caicedo to play that role. So right now we're not tripping. Colwell should be available, should be fit, no injury worries. Tosin should be one of the guys who should be starting this game as well. Badiashile is going to be out for a long time as per Maresca. So is Wesley Fofana. I think Romeo Lavia is 50-50, is touch and go. They might risk him for this game, or they might just let him chill to the next game. So Cucurella is suspended as well, so that's another option we don't have. But you look in this team, you can have Gusto play left back. You can have Vega come into this team. You have options. You could play Colwell kind of in that position, maybe not as a traditional fullback, but he kind of goes out wide, defends out wide. We know Colwell doesn't really like to be in the channels, but you got to just do a job for the team this weekend. You got to do a job. So with that being said, here's my starting 11. Before I even go to the starting 11, just give you some match facts. Everton have scored 4 goals in the last 5 games, so they're not like a free, scoring team, but they're going to make it difficult. They played, at the Emirates over the weekend. Last weekend, they came out with a 0-0 draw. And when Pickford starts doing his shithousery, you're in for a long afternoon. So knock on wood, tomorrow we pull up to Everton and we get the job done. Doesn't have to be pretty. As long as we can get the points, I'm cool. Dwight McNeil has created the most big chances for Everton with 9. Beto has the most shots on target per match for Everton. With Chelsea, we've scored 19 goals in the last 5 matches. You saw Gil getting a hat trick midweek. Cucurella, who's been finding his shooting boots lately, is not going to play that game, but you're not expecting Cucurella to be popping up with goals for you in this game anyway. We have no clean sheets in 5, which is understandable. Very inexperienced defense. Robert Sanchez, as good as he can be on this day, he's got to keep some clean sheets, got to keep the mistakes to a minimum. So we kind of had the vision, we expected our season to be like this, where we're conceding goals, but most importantly, we're scoring more goals. So with a clean sheets, yes, I would like to see a few clean sheets, to be honest with you. If you can win 5 games in a row, 1-0, 2-0, It just builds consistency. It kind of builds good habits. When you keep conceding, it could be something that could, later down the line, you need a game where you need to just shut shop and then you conceding goals, last minute, winners, last minute equalizers, 1-0 wins. It's just, you don't want to do that. Okay. And then Palmer, 12 chances created in the league. We already know what Cole Palmer is all about. So starting 11, I'm going to share that on the screen in a second. Bear with me. Show you who I picked for this game and why. But I believe we all kind of have, we all kind of know why the starting 11 is going to be like this anyway. So without further ado, this is my starting 11. That's my starting 11. You got Robert Sanchez in goal, Gusto, Tosin, Colo, your back line. Caicedo, Vega are going to be your midfielders. And this is how we're going to set up off the ball. On the ball, it's going to be a traditional 4-2-3-1, with Gusto being your right back, Tosin, Colo, center backs. Tosin had a fantastic game in the last game as well. Tosin, for the most part, whenever he's come into the team, he's done his job. He's had a few rocky games. He's had a few games where he's been like a bit shaky, but Tosin will do a job. So I'm cool with Tosin starting. Colo, steadily improving, has mistakes in him here and there. But you know what? That's just what comes with it. It comes with the developmental stages. Colo is only like 21, 22. So he's still getting to that point of becoming like a world-class center back. He's just a good center back right now. But these are the options we got. Besides them two, you only got the Sassi, and that's it. We have two center backs out. So we got to deal with this till January. Midfield, Caicedo, Vega. Vega's always, been pretty solid whenever he's come in. And I expect his good form to continue. Just pull up, give us some physicality in midfield, some defensive nous, some aggression, some much needed height in this team as well. Because on set pieces, God have mercy. We're going to be battered when it comes to set pieces. Everton, you already know, bro. They're going to be hella physical. Tarkovsky and Braithwaite, these guys are over like 6'5". That's only two of these center backs. You got, if Beto starts this game, that's another player. Decore, Idris Gana-Gueye, he's also a physical player, not really height, but Everton are going to really try to they're going to make this game very physical, and we have to be very smart. This is not a game where you got to go brute for brute. You got to be very slick with the ball, like have these guys just chasing shadows pretty much. That's how you got to win this game. You don't go to Everton and try to play their game with them. It's a bad idea to go play that kind of game against Everton. Your front five, basically, you got Neto coming in. Noni started midweek. I could see Maresca play Noni 2 weeks in a row. Noni might start this game, kind of give us that direct, the threat on the wings, taking people on. When you have Everton who are going to sit back in the low block, you need someone who can take these guys on. Neto does it well. Noni does it as well. But I could see Maresca just deciding to go with Noni off the start. But for me, Neto starts this game. Palmer in the half spaces, do your magic. Give Palmer the ball. Let him try to get involved, create, score, assist. Let Palmer be the linchpin in this team like he always is. Enzo, look, whole face Fernandez is doing this thing right now. He's on form, 10, 11 goals and assist contribution in a couple of games. This guy's on some red hot form, and you keep him in. For me, Lavia doesn't start this game because, like Maresca said, it's a bit touch and go. No point risking Lavia at this point right now. Just play, Vega, let Caicedo handle business, let Enzo be in that midfield, and see if we can walk away, with the much needed points. Jadon Sancho is going to be very important in this game. Against Spurs, he was the guy who just sparked that comeback. Against Brentford, that guy was just enjoying his football. The little reverse passes, manipulating the ball in tight spaces, the vision, the application, the quality in that final third. Definitely should have did a lot better with this opportunity when he rounded the goalkeeper. But this is what you're going to get with Sancho. Sancho is a serious player. And tomorrow, I just want to see Sancho handle business. It's unfortunate we're not going to have that balance between him, Cucurella on that left, and Enzo. But I don't expect Vega to be the guy overlapping, so I expect Sancho to really have that whole left flank to himself to cause damage. And up front, we got Nicholas Ronaldo Jackson. This guy leaps and bounds this season. He's really coming to his own. He's handling business, scoring goals. He's keeping himself from like the negative energy right now. He's not getting booked unnecessarily when he doesn't have a good game. He's frustrated with himself because he knows he could do better. And that's, the growth we've always wanted from Jackson ever since, last season. And we're so happy to see him just perform it. He's kept his head down. You don't see Jackson do too much. The only time you see Jackson being too crazy is with the fit. Now he got Cucurella dressing like he just came off the Nigerian plane. He got by that arm. You feel me? But Jackson, serious player. I like the attitude. I like the application. I like the focus. I like everything about Jackson right now. That's all we've wanted from a center forward. Bring a lot to the team. And as much as I think Nkunku is one of our best finishers at this club, Jackson right now starts for me day in, day out. So that's my starting 11. Predict the scoreline for this game. I'm going to go predict this scoreline. I'm going to go, maybe this game is going to be difficult, right? I'm thinking 3-1 Chelsea. I have a feeling that most people are going to think this game is going to be difficult, even though I think it's going to be difficult as well. I see this team getting at least 3 goals at Goodison Park for some reason. So I'm going to go 3-1. We could walk away with a clean sheet, to be honest with you. Like, we could walk away 3-0 winners and we chilling. But just in the spirit of knowing that we always concede, I'm going to go 3-1 for this game. Palmer to be on the score sheet, Jackson to be on the score sheet. And I'm going to go Neto. 3-1 Chelsea. We go ahead of Liverpool. Hopefully they drop some points against Spurs, in the later kickoff. But guys, if this is your first time coming across the content, like the video, sub to the channel, hop in the comments, interact with the content. Let me know what you feel about the starting 11. Just let me know if you understand we're not in the title race and we're just the chill guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.